So obviously we've had the announcement of the new Battle Force boxes for 40k.
Yes, which so many people have come in and asked about already.
Oh, I know. But these are essentially, they're Battle Host boxes. They do these most years ready for Christmas, but they're essentially great starter sets for whatever army you choose to collect.
Yeah, they do look great as well. And they've made me tempted to go in other army directions now, which I wouldn't have considered before, which is, I guess, the point.
It's kind of frustrating for me as a Dark Angels player who spent a fortune building I've got like 3,500, 4,000 points of Dark Angels, but I settled on a 2,000 point list of Deathwing, led by the Lion.
Yep.
They're just selling my army in a box now.
Yeah.
For half the price.
Yeah, they heard and they were like, let's release his army.
Yeah, they heard about all my wins. But, I mean, the Necron one.
That's the one that tempts me. That is
my fancy a little.
Yeah.
This got me thinking.
Yeah.
We have Battle Host boxes in Middle-earth.
We do.
4 of them.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing, isn't it?
What of these boxes should they be producing moving forward? Obviously, we've got the new edition coming up, ready for Christmas. They're not going to put out any this year, unfortunately. But ready for next Christmas, they should definitely put a focus into doing these Battle Force, Battle Host type boxes.
Yeah. Well, if we said, okay, for argument's sake, let's say 4 then, because they've done 4 already, they're doing 4 Battle Force. Yep. So let's say 4 then. So that's going to be too good, too evil.
Okay.
I would probably say...
I want to know what comes in them as well.
Okay. Oh, okay, so evil to start. I think goblins deserve something.
Yeah.
And within that, God, obviously there's going to be quite a few goblins.
You can't put a Balrog in.
No, you can't, probably not. A couple of cave trolls maybe. And bring back maybe some of like the cooler models. And
you're going to have, what was his name? The Goblin King. Not the Hobbit Goblin King.
Oh,
Durbers?
That's what I was just thinking, but then I thought I was getting confused with...
No, that's Burder.
Yeah.
I think it's Durbers.
Yeah, that might be what was confusing me in my head.
You guys remember Durbers, the Goblin King? He was like on a rock, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Cool,
was a
cool
good
model.
Yeah, so something like that. Someone like him leading them. A bunch of gobbos, a couple of cave trolls. It doesn't necessarily need to be like game-changing in that sense.
No.
There's supposed to be an introduction point. So as long as there's a bit of variety in what comes in there, maybe some drummers and a couple of things like that, I think that would be quite a nice one because goblins have not been loved in a while.
True. I feel like I've forgotten the point amount for a box, if that makes sense. But I was thinking maybe Durbers and a captain, 24 goblins and a troll. That might be too much.
When you think some of them have got like Witch Kings, Saruman.
True.
Then points-wise, that probably would be fine. You might get away with 2 trolls.
Ooh. Okay, so that's our goblin one.
Yep.
Other evil.
Yep, this is your choice now.
I think I'd have to go Easterlings.
Ooh.
Easterlings have some cool stuff, dude.
Yeah, they do.
You've got to have the Dragon Emperor.
That's most of your points there.
What is he, 170?
Yeah, I suppose he's...
Not on the what's it, like a chariot? No.
Oh, right, okay, that's what I was thinking.
No, just on foot. Him would have 24 Easterling warriors. Maybe some drakes or something.
Yeah, probably a couple of cataphracts.
Cataphracts, yes.
Need some kind of riding.
Maybe some Dragon Cult acolytes. Ooh. They're pretty cool.
Ooh, yeah, you could get some nice variety with them, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a solid box right there. That's 2 solid boxes right there.
I mean, yeah, like you say, you want one for every army, realistically.
Yeah, but we got to start small. All right, I'm going first for good.
Yes, you go first.
Because this one is clear to me.
So obviously we've already had Gondor and Rohan.
Yes.
So
it has to be, in my opinion.
Right.
We're going to pick 2 very obvious ones, I think. My pick is dwarves.
Fair.
Yes.
Okay.
What comes in it is the challenge.
Which?
Yes, exactly.
Dwarves?
That is the challenge.
Which one? Are you thinking Iron Hills? Are you thinking Rangers? Are you thinking...
I think it would...
The Hobbit? Are you thinking...
There's obviously very, very many variations on factions for dwarves. I don't think I want to make it Hobbit-based. No. So I think I'd go probably relatively generic with it and go maybe like 12 dwarf warriors and 12 dwarf rangers.
Okay.
A hero and a captain.
Okay. Would
probably be my go-to.
You probably get a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Maybe...
Depends on the hero.
Yeah, I suppose it does depend on the hero. Yeah. That's the thing, it's hard to say dwarves because, I mean, it's like if you said men, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because if you wanted like a Khazad-dûm and you want Durin as your guy, then there's not as many options. If you want to go Iron Hills, you've got a few more options because then you could bring in like the pigs. No, not pigs. Goat riders.
Goat riders and the Dane's boar.
Yeah, that's
The war boar.
Yes. So there's options like that. So, that is a tough one. But something dwarves would be good, and it would go well with goblins as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Although for the other one, I'm not going to go well with Easterlings, because I think the other good one that needs to be done is Last Alliance.
Oh.
So my theme is basically I've gone back to the beginning, and I think they need battle hosts for the original kind of release. So imagine a nice battle host preferably with some new sculpts, but that might be asking a bit too much. A mixture, Last Alliance and elves.
That's a good shout.
Because then hero-wise, I think you got to go Gil-galad and Elendil.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it at the top. Which means you're probably not going to get too many in there.
True.
But I think it'd be a nice... it'd be nice to see that back.
It really would. It's got to be new sculpts, obviously, for the warriors.
Yeah.
I don't want the same box of Numenorean guys and elf guys.
Yeah. It's like, one of the 4 to 8 sculpts can be that one. Yeah. But we want others as well.
Yeah. I think they're good shouts.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
I think for maybe another time discussion is at some point there's going to have to be a Hobbit theme, the Hobbit themed.
Oh, I thought you meant Hobbit.
There does need to be Hobbits as well, because it frustrates me how expensive it is to actually build a Hobbit army, because there's so little. Yeah, there's so little points, and you can buy so few at a time. Like even Proxian isn't the cheapest because of the number you need.
I wonder what it would cost to buy like a 500 point.
I did have a look. It was a few £100. For Middle Earth pricing, it was quite expensive.
Yeah.
But they should be the same as goblins. Like you should just be able to buy sprues of them, and but yeah, I think at some point we should have a think about the Hobbit battle hosts as well. But maybe another day.
I mean, obviously the Hobbit movies weren't great.
No.
And it's kind of a dark age for the game. But some of the armies and some of the models and some of the characters are really cool. Azog is great in the game.
Yeah.
Thranduil's amazing in the game.
That's it. So maybe with a bit of love coming back into the game now, bringing those back, people might actually find a bit... Like, is that thing of like, obviously with the Rings of Power, the Hobbit movies are suddenly a little bit more appreciated.
Well, I've actually watched the trilogy in the last week.
Okay.
I watched the Battle of Five Armies last night.
Yeah.
And, well, some scenes I watched like this. Others I enjoy. They're few and far between, but there are positives to that trilogy. And I think what the game can take from the trilogy is one of the main positives.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone Goblins, Easterlings, Dwarves, and Last Alliance. Let us know in the comments what boxes you would pick and what would be in them.
Yes.
I do like that you've gone back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Back to the Last Alliance.
Because after all, we know what that time did, didn't we? It saved it.
Yeah.
And there's no appreciation for that.
It's very frustrating. True. We touched on this last week, so let's talk about this in more detail now.
Okay.
I think you look at, I will try and find an image to put up on the video, but you look at the sort of revenue graph for GW over that period when it first started in the, I don't know the exact year, late 80s, early 90s, whatever it was. There was through its introduction, like a nice gradual growth.
Yeah.
People were like, ooh, this Warhammer stuff, this is kind of cool. Obviously, the original Warhammer Fantasy was pretty much just Lord of the Rings with some different skins. So when it started going, to its peak of success at that point, people kind of just, it's almost like it was a trend.
Yes.
You can look at the graph very clearly, it just started going back down. It was a nice little pyramid of success and failure. But then something happened, guys. 2001 came along, 2001, and the Fellowship of the Ring movie came out, and Games Workshop very, very smartly took the license for it.
Well, didn't they have the license before for some kind of Lord of the Rings? And there's some like really old sculpts of like book ones, but it never really became anything.
I don't think I knew that.
And then because there's another company now that has like the book rights, and they still make some minis. Is it called Mithril something?
Oh.
I might be making this up. It might be some fever dream I've had, but I swear this is a thing. But yeah, they had like, you could find some like old like pre-movies sculpts, but they're like not great because of the time. But then the movies were like, that's the imagery that we know.
Okay.
But yeah,
I didn't realise that. Yeah. They took on the rights, whether it was the first time or not, and produced the Fellowship of the Ring tabletop game.
Yes.
And what did that do?
It became glorious.
It did become so glorious. I don't just think that it was the production of the game, though, and the release of the first starter set and all that. It was battle games in Middle-earth magazines.
Yes. Yeah, we've spoken about that before, but Oh, what I'd give to have him back.
I know. Yeah, all new sculpts. But again, we talked about this last week. But that is what realistically, when we had that initial bit of growth and then the decline, that happened, and the growth from the initial launch was pretty much mirrored, if not bettered, which is huge. So what else would have changed had that not come along? Would the company have failed? Did Lord of the Rings literally save Games Workshop?
I mean, yeah, when you look in terms of sales, I feel like it 100% did. I don't understand how you can not give it the appreciation. From GW's perspective, I guess, 40k like that, that's theirs.
Yeah,
Everything
that
like
is huge.
Yeah, that is theirs. So if you go, okay, well, we got someone else's license that helps us push our own thing, and then that thing is letting us do what we want in our world. I kind of understand a bit the way they went, but also the lack of appreciation ever shown to Middle-earth now is a bit disheartening.
Well, we say that. The new starter set, they are maybe pushing it again.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to say, did Middle-earth, is it responsible for all of Games Workshop's success? Because it's difficult because, like you say, 40k is its own thing. It is an original IP and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And they've done a great job with it. But would we ever have 40k in the state that it's in today if Lord of the Rings hadn't saved Games Workshop? There might not even be a 40k today without MESBG.
It's hard to look at it and say that it would exist. Obviously, you can never say never, but yeah, without that interest coming back into the game, they couldn't have pushed it. It couldn't have grown.
True.
So yeah, you might have somehow hit luck somewhere else, but I don't see where that interest was coming from without MESBG.
It's very true. Yeah, it's almost I don't know how to describe it. It was like second-hand free marketing almost.
Yeah.
Like, whereas before they were pushing all their own stuff and they had to rely purely and solely on their own marketing for their own game to bring in revenue, now suddenly they had this external marketing source, which is Lord of the Rings movies, that was bringing in a gigantic audience of millions and millions of people loving the movies and going, oh, I want to do more. I want to be more involved in this world. What's out there? Do some research. Oh, there's a tabletop game with little minis I can pick. That sounds cool. And it was like free marketing just by paying for this license, no matter what it cost. What a deal.
Yeah, and I bet you they got a pretty good deal on the license to start with as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
New Line Cinema were probably like, you want to license mini toys this big? Okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, your Warhammer game's dying in general, but you want to do ours? Just, sure, go for it.
Give us some money, whatever. Yeah. But what a great strategy. External marketing brings in a new audience. That audience then goes, I love these Lord of the Rings models. What's that over there? Warhammer 40,000?
Yeah.
What's that then? Because I've been through that.
Yeah.
I was that guy in 2001, sat there on Sundays with my little school class that they used to do, where you have to tick off all your things and paint your minis and whatever. And I'd always be like, but what is that? That is quite cool. Yeah. Those space elves. What are they?
You always get people who are more into sci-fi than fantasy.
Yeah.
So they might like fantasy, dabble in it a bit, but go, oh, sci-fi, that's the area.
And I love both. I love sci-fi and fantasy. I can never really pick what I'm more into. But the great thing about 40k and what makes it unique is it's sci-fi fantasy almost. It maintains elements of what fantasy is. It has swords and epic battles and wizards and magic, and it is fantasy. It's just in a dark, grimdark setting, however many years in the future. Yeah. And it works well, and there is a crossover between Lord of the Rings fans and Warhammer fans, I think. We're a prime example.
Yeah. I mean, genius world building.
Yep.
Can just bring people in, it's easy.
Yeah. And taking a page out of Tolkien's book, they've gone very, very in-depth into building their world. It's not just, this is the setting you're playing in, it's in the future, there's this army and this army. There is probably more lore than there is in Middle-earth, it's insane. They've got hundreds of more authors, but there probably is more stories in the Warhammer world than there is in the Lord of the Rings world, the Middle-earth world. It's crazy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So, I mean, going back to kind of what you said, like, did it save it then? I think you kind of got to say yes.
Yeah.
I think I find it really hard to argue the answer would be no to that.
True. All right. It's official.
Yes.
Middle-earth strategy battle game, or Lord of the Rings, whatever it was called back then, saved Games Workshop, and without it, you wouldn't have 40k.
You're welcome.
It was nice. Again, let us know your thoughts on that in the comments, because that's a very interesting topic of discussion, I think.
Yeah, if you think it was something else that saved it, Let us know that.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the graph, talking about the graph, the revenue, and we talked about the rise, the fail, and then Lord of the Rings. You look at it since then, it kind of just, and then there's a small decline. And then since, 2016, I think it was?
Yeah.
17? The peak is insane. If you were buying stocks in like 2010, you are wealthy now.
Yes. Yeah. If you wanted to invest in it back then, that's a time machine, like that's an investment thing.
2020, 2021, when we were in lockdown and nobody had anything better to do than paint miniatures, they were making serious money. Yeah. You're talking the company has gone from making probably 10 to 20 million a year, estimating, to 400 or 500 million a year. That's a big, big increase. Yeah, insane. Wish we could do that. Let's create a new fictional universe and make a tabletop game based in it.
It's fine. We just need about another 20 years.
Yeah.
And then that's when they hit their points. That's when we'll hit ours.
This is, true.
Maybe 15 more years. We've been doing this a while already.
True. Interesting though. There's a few other things I want to talk about today.
Okay.
They're not. It's going to come across like an advert.
Okay.
But it's
sponsored
by. It's more. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's something exciting to talk about.
Okay.
First thing, actually.
Ah, yes.
Merch. These aren't available, but if you want one of these T-shirts, they'll probably be linked in the description down below. We just printed like 3 of each size. If anybody wants one, they're on the website.
Yep.
On the Dragon Vault Games website. So yeah,
yes.
Check them out if you want one. But the big news, and I'm so excited about this, is we have organised and launched, advertised, tickets are on sale now, our very own Middle-earth strategy battle game tournament.
Yes. It's coming at the end of November.
Yes.
And it's going to be glorious.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Same. It's just going to be me and you playing.
We've sold tickets already.
Yeah.
So, it is capped as a small tournament. If you're UK based, or even if you're not, we'd love for you guys to come and play. We'll link that in the description as well. But if you're interested in knowing about the tournament, it's 500 points, 1 army, guaranteed 4 games in the day. You get an hour and a half to play your game. Each round has a different scenario. What else is there?
We got an awesome prize for first place. It's a Minas Morgul statue.
Yeah.
Again, we should probably have an image now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're seeing an image. Yeah, it's incredible, which has been very kindly donated for the prize, as well as a few other, gift vouchery type incentives as well for other places. But yeah, it's kind of just an experiment for us to see how it goes running when we've always wanted to do it.
Yep.
Always want to take part in these.
Yeah.
But time has always been a hindrance.
And this is the interesting thing about this tournament is not only are we hosting it, and this could be a risk, we'll probably get some impartial judge or ref or something involved. But yeah, we are taking part in the tournament as well.
Yes.
We've never competitively played this game other than against each other. So we'll probably try and film it for the channel. So if you want to come and hang out and be in the video, then come and be in the tournament. Obviously, if you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be. You can still be in the tournament.
Yes.
With a focus. So don't worry. Just kidding. Yeah, we'd love to have you guys in it. So if you want to be on camera, cool. Yes. If not, cool. But more importantly, you should come and play. Yeah,
it's going to be a fun day. It's not super serious. It's not like a GT even. It's for fun. It's given us a chance to meet some of you guys.
Yeah.
To have some fun games with other people, and it's the community building side. Like, we want to meet you guys.
Yes.
And play some games.
And if you remember from last stream, we did actually put out a little thing that if you come into our store, mention that you've come from the channel, we'll give you a discount. So extra incentive if you want to pick up some stuff while competing.
Yes.
The day runs from like 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. So it's a long old day, but we do have breaks. We do have a lunch break. There's loads of restaurants around. It's going to be a fun day. I'm really excited for it. So yeah.
Do you want to reveal your army for this, your army choice, or you not settled or don't want to reveal?
It's not that I don't want to reveal. I'm not settled yet.
Okay.
We've got a game that we're playing later today. And I'm running my potential list. It's not my list. It's my potential faction. I've never played it before. I want to see how it runs. But building it and reading the rules and all that, I'm quite into it. So
yeah, not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to playing it. But I will be playing very close to what I'm probably going to enter into the tournament.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you watch that video to even figure out what it is. Yeah. So I'm not going to say it here.
You're not revealing it now?
No, they got to watch the other video.
They can just look at the thumbnail. That's funny. All right. Anything else to talk about today?
Well, I suppose we could end this now with a massive thank you because we've just hit monetization. So we can now have channel members, super chats, all that stuff. We've hit that within 5 weeks.
Yeah, 5 and a bit, 6 weeks.
So that's incredible. We can't thank you enough for that. Hopefully in another week's time we'll have hit full monetization so we can actually put ads on videos and get that ad revenue as well. But yeah, if you want to support the channel and help us out, that's 100% the way to do it.
Yeah. If you do become a member of the Alliance, it's £4.99 a month, British pounds, and that gives you access to tons of exclusive content, including our back catalogue of old videos from the old channel. I've already started uploading, 2 are up already. We've currently got our Middle-earth painting tutorial up, and our very first ever battle report is now on the members only. I watched it back yesterday, and well, we put a lot of effort into the editing and the production value. Man, did it look crap. Like the set, those old boards, and we were like crammed in next to each other playing like this. Yeah, it was rough. But it was fun. We had a cool Weathertop board made by Nat1 Videos for that one. So awesome. It's worth checking out. Yeah. We're not putting it public. So if you want access to it, join the Alliance, become a channel member. That's how to do it. There's going to be, probably by the end of the month, like 20 of our back catalogue on there to watch. Plus new exclusive. We'll do hopefully weekly member-only videos, but basically as often as we can fit them in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
Yeah. Sorry for all the advertising at the end, guys, but it's stuff that we feel like you're interested in, right? If you're watching this channel, that's stuff you're into. So hopefully, you consider either the tournament or buying a t-shirt or, joining the Alliance. That's it from us today. We got to go and film some intros, set up the board, and get ready to live stream later today, which would have been a few days before when you're watching this.
Yes.
Time. Anyway, guys, thank you all very much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time on the Tabletop Alliance.
Bye, guys.